Hi guys, it's the ArtzyGamer back again for another video in our channel. Of course, grab your teas, grab your coffees, and yeah, maybe a little bit of food. And let's do this. Okay guys, you know how this works. Let's take a sip of black coffee before we begin. Come on, join me, join me. Yes, lovely. And of course, going on my Crash Bandicoot coaster there. And yes, guys, if you're new here today and you're into gaming retrospectives, complete unbox experiences, art and graphic design, and of course, a whole load of nostalgia, then yes, you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. And yes, guys, if you can handle the ArtzyGamer's mess and madness and want to get notified when the next video goes live, then of course, just pop on your notification bell, held up by Tails there. Well, yesterday we had a fantastic video celebrating our 500 subscriber Art Piece giveaway. Yes, that competition is now live, so definitely check out the video that I posted yesterday where I actually completed this lovely Crash Bandicoot piece here. It had to be a Crash Bandicoot piece for a big milestone like this. Crash Bandicoot is actually my favourite game of all time on the PlayStation. In fact, Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex is my hands down favourite game of all time. Yes, I know there are much better games out there, maybe even in the Crash Bandicoot series, but because it holds so much nostalgia for me, yeah, it has to be my favourite game of all time. And of course, guys, yes, absolutely had to be an art piece, didn't it, as well? So yes, and it's a little bit of a collaboration one as well. I am in contact, gosh. You can tell I'm excited, can't you? My words get all mixed up. But yes, in contact with a lovely artist, T-Break Drawing. He did the lovely Crash Bandicoot piece here, and actually I would say is the main feature. So thank you so much, T-Break, for doing that. Yeah, I then printed it out, stuck it on here, and then I completed the rest of the box art. And actually, this is the first time me showing you the complete piece here, actually, because yesterday when we did our Let's Colour, I did really only do the block bit up here with the Crash Bandicoot sign. It was actually when I went away in my own time, I then completed the rest of the foliage and the tiki masks and stuff like that, the mushroom around the side to create, you know, kind of what you see here in the Crash Bandicoot original box art here. So yeah, absolutely. Of course, here we go. Full details on how to enter that competition is in that video, and it is running for a whole week. So yes, come Sunday 22nd, that's when I'll put all the names into a hat for those that entered, and whoever name I whip out the hat will be the winner of this showstopper. Absolutely. Well, I wanted to stick with this Crash Bandicoot theme today, and yes, OG subscribers of the channel will be aware it is Monday, and that means it is story time. And story time means I grab one of my manuals from my PlayStation 2 collection or a retro game that I think has got a really compelling story. And yes, absolutely, I read you a section of the story that is in the manual. Now, I think it is really important as a YouTuber that likes to explore art and graphic design and everything that is involved in your games holistically, that I do actually, cover these kind of things, because yes, story writing is an art in itself, and I think it is a shame for these stuff to go missed, absolutely. And also, I think it is really good to just kind of introduce this kind of stuff to younger audiences who, yes, may have just been growing up on Fortnite, for God's sake, and they have never really experienced like a lovely complete box experience, with a manual as well, with a lovely story. So yes, here we go. I thought we would do the story out of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex today. Yeah, it has got a fantastic showstopper story to begin with. It really does whet the appetite of the gamer to then, yeah, absolutely get that disc in the PlayStation and go, go, go. I think it's really cool. And actually, the same kind of story and cutscene is actually right at the start of this game as well when you load up. So that's really cool. It really does bring the story from the manual and then the little cutscene at the start to together. So yeah, that is exactly what we're going to do today. So yes, guys, absolutely.
Sit back, relax, cross your legs, little children. We are in school and we're going to get you started for the working week.
Okay then, so yeah, here we go. Of course, I'm not going to go into the depth of the whole art and graphic design of the front and the back and everything like that. I have done a dedicated video of this on my YouTube, probably way down below now. So I would actually like to revisit this game. I am very close to completion, actually. I have been dipping in and dipping out of this game on TikTok, just as and when I feel like I want to mix it up. And yeah, I think we've just kind of got one more round to do. So maybe once I've completed that, I would like to go and revisit this and do a fully complete and boxed experience of this on the channel again. And like I said, it was quite a way down. So it was kind of when I was first starting YouTube, and the experience probably wasn't the best. So, you know, I've upskilled and stuff like that. So yeah, I would like to revisit this and, of course, give you my thoughts and feelings playing and completed it as an adult rather than just kind of going off nostalgic memories that I had as a child playing. So yeah, we are definitely revisiting this game for sure. But today, guys, yes, we will do our little story time from the manual. Yeah, so let's just get it out. We'll take a sip of coffee and then we'll begin. So yeah, oh, lovely, lovely, clean and pristine copy of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex here. I believe it's going relatively cheap. I mean, I would say it's a little bit up there. It's not going for kind of like £1 or £2, maybe more towards the £8 to £10 in the UK. But again, I could be slightly wrong, but it's nothing up there, you know, with regards to Simpsons Hit and Run or anything. So, you know, you can pick this game up for relatively cheap. I would say, yeah, you know, even if you kind of get that Platinums edition, it's still kind of like, well, actually, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Platinum should be cheaper anyway, but yeah, I digress.
I digress. I think most of them, depending if it's Platinums or this, you know, is looking at the same price. That's what I'm trying to say there, guys. Anyway, I'm going to shut up because I like to waffle on, and we're here for story time today. So let's just get this out. Oh my God. There we go. Lovely. Right, so yeah, here we go. Lovely manual, absolutely. Look at that Spyro as well on the back there. Yeah, love a good advertisement of other games in these manuals. And I tell you what, guys, this is a really lovely manual, actually. So yeah, I can't wait to actually go and revisit this on the channel. Again, I will just give you a very, very brief flick through. But yeah, full colour, guys, full colour. There is a lot going on here. And actually, it wasn't until I just had a quick, brief read before I came to the camera that I was like, actually, I didn't realise how badass this manual is. It is really, really great, and I would say actually up there with one of the best manuals I have ever seen. Absolutely, I would say it is up there with Simpsons Hit and Run, maybe if not slightly better, because I would say there's a lot more background stuff going on here, lots of character animations going on, storytelling, compelling storytelling at that, goes into a little bit more of the bios of each character. So yeah, actually, guys, you know what? Yeah, I would say potentially, yeah, better than Simpsons Hit and Run. Absolutely. And some other manuals that I think, you know, I think are up there. But I would say this really, really does top it. So yeah, I cannot wait to do a fully complete and boxed experience again. But yeah, we're going to take a sip of coffee and we're just going to sit back and enjoy the lovely story that whets the appetite, I like to say, for the gamer before they pop it in their PlayStation 2. So come on.
Lovely.
Right then, okay, so here we go. So, I mean, come on, look, it's got a big, long contents page as well. It's great. So yeah, I mean, there's a few little bits and bobs here as well before we even get to the story. Just all the kind of like the little vehicles that you can control, and oh, brilliant, absolutely spot on. Okay, and then yes, here you go. You are greeted with the story, and these are all screenshots from the clip scene that you see at the start, which is really cool. So of course, once I read a little bit, I will just show the picture there as well. And if I can find some B-roll of the animation that, you know,
The clip scene.
I'm not calling it a clip scene, cut scene.
then yeah, I'll pop that on as well. Okay then, so here we go. Sit back, relax, little children. So, here we go.
When we last saw Crash Bandicoot, he had just defeated N. Nero Cortex, and Uka Uka was finally going to take some well-earned time off. So here he was, with a super smart sis, Coco, and his family companion, Uka Uka, soaking up the little rays on the beach. But as we all know, diabolical evil always finds a way to ruin Crash's day.
Oh gosh, okay.
Somewhere else in the galaxy, Uka Uka holds a bad guy convention in a newly built space station. The attendees are Dingodile, Entropy, Tiny, N-Gen, and of course, Dr. Neocortex. Uka Uka is furious. Evil's productivity is a way down, and something has to be done. Several thousands of years ago, the ancient ancestors fought a brave battle against the elementals, a group of renegade masks who had control and power over the elements of air, earth, fire, and water. Each mask ruined over a special element and used these elements to ravage a global attack. The ancient ancestors were able to improvise the elements through the use of special crystals. They put them in a state of hibernation.
So yeah, here are all the lovely cutscenes there. So that's Crash and Coco just having a nice relax on the beach as a family. You know, Uka Uka there as well. And then, Uka Uka has some sort of vision, something he can feel going on. And he realizes that, oh my gosh, Dr. Neocortex is having a big discussion with some horrible elements, those other masks. So he knows something is going on. He listens in, and then obviously is now going to report back to Coco and Crash to kind of tell them what's happening and what's going on. So yeah, really, really cool and interesting. And I think I misnamed Dr. Neocortex at the top there. Forgive me. But anyway, so here we go. Look, so now they are really going to town with the evil plot. Oh, okay. So here we go.
Uka Uka explains that if he can release these masks and harness their destructive powers, Cortex can complete his super secret weapon and rid themselves of Crash Bandicoot once and for all. Back on Earth, all hell breaks loose. A volcano erupts. A tornado rages through the jungle, and then a thunder earthquake shakes the earth off its hinges. Uka Uka knows something is very wrong. He knows the elementals have been unleashed on the world once again. The only way to put an end to the elementals is to find the element crystals that are scattered across the earth. Coco creates a virtual reality warp that will take them to different points on the globe to retrieve the crystals. Can Crash and Coco brave the elements and destroy Crunch, or will Cortex finally have his day in the sunlight?
Oh my word. Okay. Lots to explore there. Lots going on. And again, I'll just show you those lovely pictures there taken from the cutscene itself. So yeah, there is, I would say, Uka Uka's bad evil mask. Is that his brother or cousin? I'm not quite sure. But again, plotting something. And then there is, Uka Uka trying to, I think, try to helping out, like saying, you know, can you tell us what's going on here? This is really, really bad. Why are you doing this? And he's kind of trying to put a stop to it already, but yeah, nothing can really happen. It is already taken control, and Uka Uka has to then go and report this to Coco and and Crash and say, look, here we go. We need to help the Earth and sort this out. Can we save the globe? And I think they do if you manage to complete the game. So yeah, really, really cool. I love that story. It's just stupid, isn't it? It's just stupid, but actually it really does work. And then it kind of then does set the scene, doesn't it? Like that is why you were thrown into this like warp thing that obviously Coco has created and devised. And then you are going into these different realms because those are the different locations on the earth where these crystals have been placed. And it kind of does bring the whole game together. It makes a lot more sense. If you hadn't really read this or you didn't really pay attention to the cutscene, the whole game is just a little bit maybe weird. Like, why am I this character? Why am I going to different locations on Earth? What is these crystals and why are they here and why am I trying to collect them? It could get a little bit lost, but yes, really fun, interactive. And yeah, if you didn't quite follow the storyline, you're going to have a great time. But it really does bring the game together and I love it. And I love it how it is displayed here. And then again, you get that lovely opening cutscene right at the start to really drive that story again.
Get ready to face my wrath, Crash Bandicoot.
So yeah, really, really wonderful. And I love how it is placed in here. Full color as well. Lovely screenshots. Yeah, just really, really nice. And again, like I said, very, very happy with this manual. It is absolutely pristine. Oh yeah, look, here we go. Here are all the gems. Oh, I'm going to get carried away now, aren't I? I'm going to be pretty much stopping at every page. I'll just maybe just take a little brief flick through just while I'm just kind of, yeah, reassessing that story. But yeah, really, really fun. And I would say engaging for a child and an adult as well. So yeah, I think it is just a well-rounded story, and I think it is probably one of the better ones, but I know there are a lot of people out there that do disagree. They say that this Crash Bandicoot isn't actually the best, and they would say, yeah, actually the other ones, those original ones are better. Now, yes, absolutely, I agree. In some regard, they hold a lot of nostalgia. The gameplay is actually quite smooth for the time, and I'm talking about these original PlayStation 1 games, the original trilogy, and yeah, their stories are good, but yeah, like you were wanting that kind of next Crash Bandicoot game for the next generation of systems. Sorry. God, my words. I'm still excited. 500 subs. Come on, you can forgive me. You can forgive me. And yeah, so coming from them, and then look, come on, you've got this brand new Crash Bandicoot game on the PlayStation 2. Look at these beautiful graphics, because I tell you what, the graphics are really, really lovely as well. Here we go, and I think it did a really good job. Yes, I don't think it was Naughty Dog. No, these were different developers. But I think it is really good. I think there were some main concerns about the boss fights in this. I think that was the main concern from lots of different kind of like information that I've seen online and different YouTubers and stuff like that. It was kind of like the boss fights, they were a little bit disappointing. But I actually thought they were really good, really challenging, and again, all tied into the story. So yeah, but again, everyone's entitled to their opinion, aren't they? But I think actually this is probably one of the better Crash Bandicoot games. A lot better than Twin Sanity and gosh, is it Crash of the Titans and stuff like that? But yeah, anyway, that's just me. That's just my opinion. And maybe it is just nostalgia talking, because like I said, this is my favorite game of all time. And yeah, it could be me just blinded by that. But yeah, there we go. Well then, guys, that is it for me today. Just a lovely little story. Nothing too long today. But yeah, we do like to mix it up. Sometimes my videos are a little bit longer. Sometimes my videos are a little bit shorter. But yeah, it attracts, a wide range of people if I do a little bit of a mix. But yeah, there we go. That was my story for today. I hope you enjoyed that. And of course, guys, yes, definitely enter my Crash Bandicoot competition that is running all the way through this week. Let's just pop this back in the case then. And oh guys, yeah, I am definitely going to be revisiting this game for a complete unboxed. Yeah, I really did forget how beautiful this manual is. And yeah, look at that disc. Oh! All right then, guys. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. That is me, the ArtzyGamer, over and out.